Alrighty, so this is playing with keywords, Inquisition example list 1. So just in the last video, we were discussing the changes I've proposed for some homebrew rules to allow both inquisitorial stormtroopers, so basically any unit from Militarum Tempestus, to be added into an Inquisition detachment, as well as Ostropaths, Crusaders, and Ministorum priests. So basically we're just going to go through just an example list now of potentially how you could play it. So this list in itself is in no way actually competitive. It's just more of an example of what you can do on maybe more of an extreme of what you could do with this. So basically we'll start off with the first battalion itself. So we're doing a 2,000 point list, so 12 CP to play with. And we've gone for auto Malleus for every battalion in here. So we have 3 battalions, and we've selected auto Malleus for each one. So first off, our Warlord. So our Warlord will be an Inquisitor. He's currently 70 points. We've made him a Psyker, given him a Stormbolter, and a Power Sword. So that's where the extra 10 points comes from. So again, not really the most competitive choices there, but it's just more of an example to play with. We've selected the Psychic Mastery Warlord trait. We've given them the Warding Incantation and the Castigation Psychic Powers. So that means if we want to, we can use them as a Smite battery, so use both Smite and Castigation on a single target, or we can use something like the Warding Incantation on one of our Scion squads, and then use Smite on another target. So just gives them either the choice to buff or put down some mortal wounds. Then for the other HQ on the battalion here, we have just a Tempestor Prime with a Command Rod and a Chainsword, so just your pretty standard setup for them. We have 3 Militarum Tempestus Scion squads. 2 of those are 10-man squads with 4 plasma guns in each of them, so 8 plasma guns there in total. We have a single 5-man squad with just hot shot las guns and the hot shot las pistol, so they're going to be more of like your scramblers, so they'll just deep strike in and then just do a secondary or any other actions depending on those secondaries you choose. Then for our elites, we have 3 Joe Carrero weaponsmiths. I swear every time I say their name, I say it differently. So basically they'll be in the actual infantry line, and then they'll just be buffing Scions and Inquisitors as the game progresses. Then we have a Militarum Tempestus command squad with 4 plasma guns, so basically they'll deep strike in as well, probably deep strike one of the primes with them, and you'll see further on that we have 3 of those because we have 3 Tempestus primes coming, so probably drop all 3 of those, maybe 1 or 2 primes, and then probably drop those plasma squads of Scions there as well. Then we go on to our 2nd battalion, so that's going to cost us 3 CP because, obviously our Warlords refunded the original battalion, and they're auto Malleus as well. So again, we have an Inquisitor. This one's 65 points, and we're paying for the Stratagem for Alpha Class Psyker, so they can choose a 2nd Psychic Power and also cast a 2nd Psychic Power. So he's also been given a Power Sword, so that's why 65 points and neg 1 CP. So we're going to give them Mental Interrogation and Castigation. So this guy will be the one that's in the middle of the battle line. He's going to try and get us back some CP to use all of our Militarum Tempestus stratagems and try and pull off a couple of the Inquisition stratagems. And then he'll pop either Castigation and Smite on specific targets as well, just for a bit of a Smite battery there as well. Again, just a Tempestus Prime with a Tempestus Command Rod. Then we have 4 Militarum Tempestus Scion squads, just 10 men each, all with hot shot las guns and hot shot las pistols. So just kept them cheap. This will be one of our main bodies of the force, so we're going to deploy all 40 of those guys down on the board. For elites, we have an Ostropath, so bringing in those henchmen. He's got Psychic Barrier, so he's going to try and buff up a couple of the Scion saves, and also stack that onto the 5+ Invo that we'll get from our other Psychic Power. Then we've just taken some Crusaders, another Militarum Tempestus command squad of 4 plasma guns, and a Ministorum Priest, just to show off that we can take all these inside this list now. And then obviously the Ministorum Priest will pop somewhere in the main body of the line, just to give that +1 attack to basically everything that's in his aura range. Then we come down to the last battalion. Again, costs us 3 CP, so that means we only have 5 CP left to play with, 6 in the first battle round, and then plus anything we manage to get back throughout the game. Again, we just have a basic Inquisitor here, 70 points, just because, again, we've just given them a Power Sword and a Storm Bolter. They're also a Psyker, and we've just given them Mental Interrogation as well, just to try and get that CP back. Then we have our Tempestor Prime, just our last one and third one, so just following the rule of 3, just again for Tempestor Command Rod, and then we have just 6 Militarum Tempestus Scion squads of 10 men each. Again, all hotshot las guns and hotshot las pistols. So we got about at least 100 infantry. We'll pop on the board, and then we're going to put all the plasma gunners and that single 5-man squad into strategic reserves. Well, not strategic reserves, into aerial drop. And then it's going to deep strike in, and then provide the heavy firepower turn 2, turn 3. And then finally, just for our last elites option here, we've just got a Militarum Tempestus command squad, again with 4 plasma guns. So 3 of those, 3 primes, and then we got a whole ton of scions just for the main body of the force. So again, that's a bit of an extreme example. There's about I think about 150 models here in total at 2,000 points, and you got 5 CP. So a bit crazy, but it's just a nice example to show off what this change of rules will let you do. I might make another list as well, just to show off what a mechanized version would look like. So just mixing up some Turox primes with some scions and Inquisitors and stuff like that. Just to show another extreme that we could do. All right, well, thanks very much for tuning in. I'll leave a link to the example list in the description below. If you like what I'm doing, leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe. Thank you.